Thank you very much. So I would like again to welcome you to our session on leadership certification program. Last time we covered a number of issues, including the understanding of who is a leader, what is leadership, and why do we call it leadership? Is it because of particular sheep they lead, or is it because of, but who is a leader? And in the end of the day, we conclude that leadership is about leveraging influence to achieve a goal, ability to influence others to help them to reach the best they could be for purpose of achieving personal organizational goal. But to look different types of leadership, qualities of leaders, traits of a leader, difference between a leader and a manager, and whether leaders are born or are made. Today, as we continue, we'll be talking another topic that's very important as part of our coverage, and that is called personality style. That's session 3 of our course. And a personality style is, what are they? We say that they're habits, behavior, or personalities that make one person distinct from another. When I began the lecture today, I said that I've worked under a leadership and supervision of Army General, a Major General. And one of the things he taught me is make sure that you understand the people you're leading. Make sure that you understand the church members. Make sure that you understand the subordinates. Understand and know them. It will help you to make a very powerful leadership presence in whatsoever you do. My question we come back again is, are you working to enjoy life, or are you enjoying life to work? I don't have the answer to that, but I believe myself I'm enjoying to work. When our personalities are very different from another person's personality, we may see them to be difficult people, annoying people, strange people, or any other counter negative adjective. That's why backbiting continue, because they say this man is not with us. But that's a personality. He has not forced him. That's how he is. So as a leader, you need to know how to use that personality to achieve your goal. For example, if a person is very quiet, he thinks before he acts, maybe very useful for a particular kind of a task, if it's an organization that requires mathematical intonation and calculations. But someone who is outspoken, someone who is every time be ahead of everything, whether it's okay, it's not okay, don't think well before he does. It maybe is very useful if you're starting a new program and project. But also a person who is quiet and cool is this person you can follow up and support. A person who is self-starter, you need to ensure that he also borrows some of the behavior from the person who is quiet and cool to make a difference. So it is very imperative, it's very important for a leader to know the personality. First of all, to know his own personality, but also to know the personalities of those people whom he leads. In time, we cease to see these adjectives like difficult, annoying, strange, or as our opinion. Instead, we treat them as fact, especially if others in our work group agree with us. These opinions that make it difficult is not possible to lead the person successful. Key to leading in any situation is learning about the main differences in the personality types, so that one gains insight into why the other person act the way they do. These are inborn traits. It's not easy for you to train someone who is outspoken to be quiet. Those are the things which are developed internally. Yes, you can train, but it's not easy. And as a leader, it's for you to find a way to conform and utilize the ability and the skills someone has to achieve the best of what to achieve as part of your goal formulation. So we have got almost major 4 personality styles. You can see on the matrix that's in front of you, there is a north and south divider, and gives us the left side of our arc and left side of the another side of the circle. Now, on the right side I'll start with, we have got the introvert. Introvert are the people who are quiet. They're not outspoken. But now they differ from level. There is introvert level 0, level 1, until they become totally quiet. On the right, we've got people who call them extrovert. And this also, they differ. The level of extroverts differs until it becomes too, we call skewed to the light. Now, personalities in the word, the first one is introvert, another one is extrovert. This go anywhere. I remember when I got my children, I knew for sure this is introvert child, this is extrovert. And therefore, before I knew what to do, I had to learn a lot about this personality matrix, so that I may support each child according to the personality he has, or he portrays, or she portrays. The second category of divider is to look on whether someone is emotionally stable or emotionally sensitive. There is a person who can do something to provoke her or him and he be stable. But there is a person who do so, he could throw even stones, anything you find on the way to destroy you. So, we have got 4 personalities from this divide again. There is a person who is called choleric. These mostly are extrovert. They speak, they are spoken, they are not quiet, but also they are emotionally sensitive. They are normally very aggressive people. They are excitable. They can be excited with new things, new demand. They are impulsive, but they are also touchy and active. They are called choleric. Now please look on your family and see a person who is aggressive, touchy, restless, excitable, have high impulse and active. This we call them to be choleric. It's a personality trait. And as a leader, you need to understand it and find a way to support that person so that he can support your goal. The second category is what we call melancholic. Most of these people are quiet, they are anxious, they are moody. It's too moody. They are rigid, they are not fast changers. They are pessimistic. And normally, they don't speak much. How do you feel? I'm fine. But if you find someone who is choleric, how do you feel? Wonderful, great. I feel very bad. This is a very bad thing. You can talk and speak out. But melancholic will not have much words. We always be feeling for nothing. They're moody. This kind of thing also is a help in a relationship when you want to get married or to marry someone. You need to know whether do you want or you feel better to work with choleric or melancholic, because without knowledge of these two, you're in trouble. The third category of people in the world is what we call phlegmatic. These are people who are calm, they always reason, they are thoughtful, they are introvert, they are not much speaking, they are very reliable, they are self-controlled, they are peaceful, they've got very high emotional stability. Most of them are mathematicians, people who can command things in a very scientific way. Phlegmatic. The last category is people who are called sanguine. Those people are sociable. It's different from melancholic. Melancholic is not sociable. They are talkative. A sanguine can talk. They are responsive. They are easygoing. Oh, let's go to music now. They go. Oh, let's do this one. They can just go. But a phlegmatic person will think before he decide. Always will change the mind. A choleric person is good, is easygoing, but choleric person normally they fight, which is different from what we call as sanguine. So think about your family, your workplace, group your employees who are sanguine, that they are carefree, they are lively, they are easygoing, they are responsive, they are talkative, they are sociable. It's dangerous for a sanguine to put them in a certain position. You need to see how you change them. In a decision which requires a lot of adherence to law and with the strict regulatory framework, you need to get a phlegmatic person. On a situation in which you need someone on the front line, customer care, relationship, put a sanguine and the results will be perfect. When you want to make a decision to fight a war or to make a very serious change in life, get a choleric person, but control them. And sometimes when you want someone to ponder things, you want someone to think differently, find a melancholic person. So there is a choleric, sanguine, phlegmatic, and melancholic. Now may I ask you, which group are you? Are you a choleric? Are you touchy, restless, aggressive, excitable, impulsive, active? Or you're sanguine, you're sociable, you're easygoing, you're talkative, you're responsive, you're lively, you're carefree? Or you're melancholic, you're always feeling, you're moody, you're anxious, you're unsociable, you're quiet? Or you're phlegmatic, that you're passive, you're thoughtful, you're peaceful, you are controlled, you are reliable, you are calm. So think about that on yourself before you think about that on others. And reflect it thoroughly to see where do you belong. So the same kind of reflection, we can put it in a matrix like this. That you have got two types of people on the left side and right side. There are people who are assertive. They emphasize ideas by tone of change. They are dominant. They are quick, clear, and fast-paced. They make statement more often than ask question. They let you know what they want. They tend to lean forward to make a point. These are the people who are called extrovert. But on the left, there are people who are less talkative. Now, the assertive people on the right, they always tell. But the people who are less assertive, who are asking, they normally don't have a lot of words. They suddenly raise their voice. Their expression and gesture, they are quiet and submissive. They are deliberate, studied, and slow speech. Ask a question more often than make statement. They are vague and clear. You can define them on what they want. Tend to lean backward. So these are the people on the left side and right side. Less assertive, introvert, and more assertive, extrovert. But now on the top and down, south and north, you find you've got people who are more responsible to feeling. They use facial expression. They smile, they nod, they frown, shows emotion. They are open and eager. They share opinion easily. They've got eye contact while listening. They are friendly. They've got hands free. They can talk, they can speak. They've got friendly gestures. They can share personal feeling. They are attentive, responsive, and enjoy the relationship. But also we've got another people who are less responsive when feeling an emotion. They are reserved. They are poker-faced. They are cautious and carefully. They want fact and details. They avoid eye contact. They are serious. They are harsh. If you look on their eyes. Limited, they don't use their hands to show what they're saying. But they've got limited personal feeling, storytelling, and small talk. Now, these are the 4 categories, but I told you that always we put them into this matrix here to measure. The first category is what we call them choleric. They got this both behavior, that they're extrovert and emotionally sensitive. The second category is what we call sanguine, who have got both emotional stability, but also they're extroverted. And the other category is called phlegmatic, who are introvert, but also have got emotional stability. And the other part is the so-called melancholic. Now, to go further from there, you may pose a question on your YouTube channel, on our YouTube channel, or you may send to us a question if you feel that you need better understanding of anything. Now, moving from there, we can develop another way to look on this personality setting of human life. And by using, this is called choleric, sanguine, phlegmatic, and melancholic approach. But you can have also the so-called DISC approach. So there are 4 categories of people in the world in the name of dominance, influence, submissive, and controlling. And we can put that in a proper way in this model here. A person on this category who, as we said before, they are dialect, they are faster paced, they are extrovert, they are a bit having some high emotion, they've got high dominance. Now, can you tell me a leader in Tanzania who are this quality? Direct, decisive, and result focused as a character. Who is that? I believe all of us can say John Pombe Magufuli. It's natural. But think about your family members who are dominant. They are direct, they are faster, they are paced. It's a natural behavior, it's a natural character. So it means the president who was before John Pombe Magufuli, Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, had a lot of time to think about the character of John Pombe Magufuli. And that's why I believe he gave the so-called road portfolio to be able to move it faster. So as a leader, you allocate people according to their capabilities and their personality. They can help you to make a difference. Bring someone who is not having dominance character on some of the portfolio in the ministry will return them out into failure. Now, a failure of one leader is a failure of all leadership. The second category is that people call them with influence. They're extrovert, they speak, they are talkative, they bring energy, but they have got emotional control. And if you talk about such kind of a person, if you talk about in leadership of Tanzania, I can talk about Benjamin Mkapa. The difference between a dominant person and a person with influence is a dominant person is emotionally charged, whereby a person of influence is able to control his emotion. The third category is steadiness. A person who is patient, loyal, and team-focused. And in leadership perspective, this can be like Ali Hassan Mwinyi. in Tanzania perspective. And you may think about other way to look into it. But also, on influence, you may see also about Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete as one of the people who've got high influence. They're not dominant, but their leadership style is influence. They bring energy. Mwinyi was steadfast, patient, loyal, and he focused on his team. He was introvert a bit, but he focused on delivering value. You read it from his book, you can derive those features. They're slow, they're paced, they're indirect. The last one is what we call conscientious. They are people who follow rules. They are process driven. They are prepared. They are highly charged emotionally, but also they are very careful to follow rules. They are strict. Now you may think about those type of people. If you talk about America's sphere, a dominant character, you may talk about a person like Donald Trump. An influence character, you may talk about a person like Reagan. A steadfast character, you may talk about, but also an influence type, you may talk about Barack Obama. Yeah. So you may have dominance goes with Donald Trump, influence Barack Obama. In Tanzania, dominance goes with John Pombe Magufuli. Influence goes with Kikwete. Steadfast goes with Mwinyi. And the consciousness, we shall see what goes better with. So those are the kind of modeling on human behavior and character. In a general sense, we say that a person who is dominant is persuasive, is original, is attractive, is bold, willpower, precise, competitive, unconquerable, very brave, adventurous, decisive, polished, daring, aggressive, determined, high-spirited, energetic, persistent, daring, aggressive, force of nature, optimistic, positive, outspoken, restless, impatient, result-oriented, fast-moving. We need such people, but you need a balance. Now, a person who is influenced is inspiring, is charming, is sociable, is talkative, persuasive, introspective, cheerful, fun-loving, jovial, playful, cordial, enthusiastic, convincing, willing, animated, admirable, popular, companionable, good mixer, trusting, light-hearted, accommodating, emotional, can't say no, eggs in many baskets, optimistic, enjoy a company, and good human relationship. And another character is what we call the so-called steadiness. Steadiness. They are steady, they are flowing, they are gentle, they are sweet, loyal, obliging, even-tempered, considerate, playful, patient, soft-spoken, family-oriented, moderate, controlled, satisfied, kind, generous, tolerant, agreeable, good-natured, easygoing, respectful, adaptive, trusting, lenient, accurate, neighboring. And the last one is conscientious. These are the people who are humble, conservative, detail-oriented, attentive, accurate, sensitive, systematic, explanatory, precise, fussy, timid, controlled, diplomatic. These are conscientious people. Cautious, devout, agreeable, respectful, adaptable, peaceful, obliging, introspective, compliant, need fact, see figures, put in writing, scrutinizing. Now, these are different personalities. And mind you, I'm telling you, you cannot change a person. In your house, in your family, or yourself. Let's start with yourself. Where are you? Are you dominant? Are you influential? Are you steady, or are you conscientious? Where are you? And we are looking on most dominant behavior and characters. I don't know, maybe I might be in a group of influence. Now it's me. Then also people will judge you. Where are you? Are you steady? Steady? Or you are humble? You are conscientious? Are you persuasive? Now, you can't change unless you improve. You may improve those skills, those personality traits. Now, in any family, you may see those groups. A father can be dominant, a mother can be conscientious. A father can be inspiring, a mother can be steady. Those are behavior which God made on human being. You can't take someone who is conscientious to be dominant. No. You'd end up being frustrated. So you also give the laws to the people depending on the need and want as a leader. You try to look what can be better. For example, when Jesus Christ died, one of the things he thought is who can be the leader of the church. Intelligently, he knew he needed someone who is persuasive, original, bold, willpower, precise, competitive, unconquerable, brave, decisive, daring, aggressive, determined. And who was that among the disciples? No other. It was Peter. But he needed someone to take care of her mother. And therefore among the disciples, he never chose Peter. He chose someone who is humble, detail-oriented, attentive, accurate, sensitive, systematic, explanatory, precise, timid, controlled, and that was no other than John. When he needed to go to the mountain top, he chose different characters to explain the fact what was there. So in leadership, you need to agree to the fact that people differ on character and behavior. And therefore, as part of your style of leadership, make sure that you group your people and your team and followers in those 4 categories. It will help you with a decision of where to go, a decision where to do and what to achieve the best out of the strategy and goal. A person who is dominant is decisively determined and is direct. Such a person, if you try to look well, may look on the president among those who have passed in Tanzania. They need respect, they need choices, they need control. They are direct, they are decisive, and they are determined. So even if you are a follower, you need to know the style of your leader. And therefore check what he needs, because you can change it. But you can always lead by having the mindset to make a difference. A person who is conscientious is calculating, competent, is very cautious, but is also contemplative. What they need value, they need confirmation, they need excellence in everything they do. But you may have a person who is supportive. They are normally stable, they are steady, they are sweet. What they need is security. What they need is approval. What they need is appreciation. So you may have also your children and put them on this matrix. You may have your family members and put them in this matrix. Someone can be inspiring who is influencing, interactive, imaginative, involved. What they need is affirmation, popularity, and recognition. In my family, for example, as I put an example, I've got children who are constituents, but I've got a child who is supportive. So every time I need to say, oh, you're good, you've done well, excellent, I need to hug them. Why? Because they need such kind of behavior. But I've got children who are dominant. And I need to go with them trying to see how to help them to grow and raise to become the best of themselves. But also I've got children who are influencing. And I'm always trying to affirm them positive drive on that. But also in the church, the same thing I'm thinking about. Leadership, I see them in the perspective of four sphere, the DISC model. It has helped a lot to change the leadership need. Because a leader understanding of the people, it helps a lot. I've tried to take something from the internet to describe better about the characters. And you can see on the screen, the first one is the dominant, and you can see very clearly Donald Trump, Schwarzenegger, and others. With Oprah Winfrey, they're dominant character. That's how they are. But you can see people with influence like Richard Branson, Dolly Parton. You can see people with steadiness like Nicole Kidman, Nelson Mandela, Jules Hassan. But you can see people who are conspicuous like Bill Gates, Al Gore, etc. Even Warren Buffett, the richest man in the world. Now please draw up a matrix for yourself and try to think about different people you know, and what do you say about them? Are they dominant? Do they have influence? Are they steadfast, or are they conspicuous? Now these are the personality behavior, the style of the people, which are very critical as we move towards a leadership thinking and a leadership change. To sum up, we have talked about leadership but personality as part of the behavior to understand as a leader. And we explain about introvert and extrovert, highly emotional and non-highly emotional. We narrow down to 4 types of people who are melancholic, sanguine, we've got choleric, and we've got phlegmatic. But we say further, there is a modern way to look on them based on the character they have. There are people in a model called DISC: dominant, influential, steadfastness, and compliant or conspicuous. So you group people according to that. But first you need to know yourself. Where are you? For example, if you've got a dominant character, it will be very difficult to work with another dominant character. Even when it's your marriage issue, if you've got a dominant character as a woman, automatically, if you get a husband also want to domineer, you're in trouble. The marriage will be very difficult. Notwithstanding, you may go to that position, but if you understand yourself better, it's easier to harmonize and see what can we do better for our family. So for tonight, that makes an end to our lesson about in leadership, and today we're talking about the personality style. I believe we continue to learn about this until next time when we'll be talking about the leadership laws, the rules of leadership. Thank you very much for getting time to listen to this presentation. And at the end of this, we shall have exam which will lead us to certification of leadership. But that's not a key issue. The key issue for you to understand how you can become best leader in your life. Till then, Thank you very much. I'm Sako Merrick from the Institute of Management Consultants, Tanzania. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day and evening. Bye.